Yo, YouTube, what's going on? So, felt really called to make this video. A few things have happened that I thought would be worth really sharing because I have been on a setting role for about 2 or 3 months now. Haven't been doing the best, at least up until like mid-April. And at that point, I think that's when I really decided to myself, like, okay, God forbid I get fired. I'm just going to apply to another bunch of roles. And I'm going to do both. I'm going to do this current role that I'm on. And I'm going to do whatever I get that I feel like is the most worth it from a making money standpoint. And what's funny was I have been getting crazy, crazy offers. Like, if I were to mention some of these names, people would be like, whoa. And if I were to slap that name on my resume, that would have been crazy. But unfortunately, unfortunate news is I didn't get any of them. Most of the places that I applied for, I didn't get. That's the reality of in high ticket sales. But the moment that started happening, which I think that happened when I made that last video about 2 to 3 days ago, the moment that started happening, everything in this offer that I'm on now started working out. Examples: have had 100% show rate in the last 2 weeks, all qualified, no DQs. Have had, I think, two or three 14K deals come through, right? Which puts me, I think, at number 11 out of 33, 35 setters, right? So, like, huge improvements because don't think I've shared this because there was a gap between when I've posted, but I was doing pretty bad at March. I was doing terrible, and I got moved down a tier of leads and who I can actually book for. And it's crazy because now I'm on the pathway going back up, but it just goes to show, like, when I set the intention to do whatever the fuck it takes to just make it work and put myself in the best position, though getting or trying to get other roles didn't work out, everything in this other area went up. And that's primarily because I believe when I set the intention and I put in everything that I could, and I also diversified and told myself, like, hey, I'd have another opportunity, that level of detachment worked so well for me. It played out so well because it's like, okay, I can genuinely just focus on speaking to these people on this offer. I don't have to worry about money, closes, whatever, right? Because at the end of the day, I'll have another role. Which, funny enough, I still don't have another role, right? And I think that plays a huge part in every single thing or time where I've like crushed it and I went downhill is because I don't aggressively and consistently push with that same level of intention and attachment. And for that same reason, despite me not landing most of the places that I applied for that second opportunity, I have one left actually. I have one left this upcoming weekend. It's a closing role. Very well known offer, but not the best rep. However, it is a place where I can get tons of volume and it works perfectly well with the offer that I'm on now. So, sounds crazy, right? Because I'm adding a second one. But the big goal right now, making a shit ton of money, making the most amount of money I can in, I think, most 1 to 2 months, because I think that's probably the most I can be sustainable doing two different things. Because we're talking about at least 12 hours plus, right? Probably at least 6 days a week. And yeah, we're just gonna make a crap ton of money, and I'm gonna put myself in the best position forward. And to be honest, I hate it. I don't like it. I'm in Vietnam. I'm working USA time. It's dark out. It feels like I'm ending my day, but starting it at the same time. But you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. And probably wondering like why. Like, dude, can't you just make a lot of money like doing this one offer that you're supposedly, doing a lot better at? Yes. However, I think for me, the way I see it, it's like as a setter, you can only hold so much control. You give that other control to the closer who's responsible for finishing that or bringing it over the line, right? And whereas a closer, you have a lot more of that control. And so that's what I want. I want control. I want to be able to do and know that I have the power to bring and help this person on the other side who, as long as they have the intent, the qualifications, but more importantly, the willingness to show me that this is something that we want to solve, whether it's a goal or a problem, I want to know that I'm in control of that personally. Am I the most experienced at doing that? Maybe not. There's tons of closers and sales reps out there better than me, for sure. But I need to start somewhere. And here we are. And this is that starting point, assuming I land that. So let's lock in. We'll keep you guys posted. I am going to try to keep this a little bit more consistent, hopefully daily. But to be honest, I kind of just do the same thing every day. Sitting here in this room, like literally nothing else, just like a closet, a light, right? And behind this laptop is a big monitor. You gotta get the guru mic, so I don't do anything else, but I will definitely try to focus less on, being super sexy, but just posting it and documenting it for the sake of it. So let's do it.